Let's start with few questions. Do you worry a lot? Procrastinate all the time? Always under stress? Even depressed? Anxious? Underconfident? Low self-esteem? You care a lot about what others think of you? It's a long list, but don't worry. In this video, I'll tell you why these things actually made up in your daily to-do list. I'm also gonna bust the myths that you have created in your mind about you, so watch the video till the end. Hello sleeping warriors, or should I call you sleeping beast, or eagle among chickens? Take whatever you prefer.
Let me introduce myself.
I am Daniel. That's it. So you might have some or maybe all of the characteristics mentioned in the list. And that's usually okay until you see some people who are just on the opposite bank of the river. People who are optimistic, creative, cool and calm in every situation, leaving you wondering why I'm not like those guys. Are they eating something special? These kinds of people either inspire you or make you jealous. Most probably they make you jealous. You might even have tried working on yourself, maybe after watching some motivational video or by advice of a friend. It went well for a few days, but your gas tank emptied before even crossing a mile and your vehicle came to a dead stop. Everything got out of control, out of harmony. Many of you called yourself unlucky, blamed God for this. I'm born this way and nothing seems to change me. I've tried everything but it never works. So it all comes down to two questions. First, why you are like this? And second, can you really change yourself or will you be forever like this? To find the answer to these questions, we're gonna take a look at the babies.
What a fox!
No, they're not gonna test the answers. Come on man, they're just babies. A newborn baby knows nothing. It has just entered the world and the world is still alien to it. It's like an empty cup and it needs to fill its cup. Especially in case of animals because the nature is wild and every newborn is most vulnerable to threats. So faster they learn to survive, better their chances of survival will be. And human babies are no different because we humans are also animals. Or maybe worse. Now to learn things quickly and thus enhancing the chances of survival, babies are armed with some special characteristics. Wanna guess what these characteristics are? Well, these characteristics are none other than fearlessness, creativity, curiosity, high confidence, high learning. And I bet you have noticed it. Babies don't care about what we think of them. They don't care about what if. They're often pain to handle thanks to their curiosity. They want to try everything by themselves. They want to explore the world by themselves. And this is important. We learn from experiences. We learn from mistakes. We learn from experiences of others. We learn from mistakes of others who take our advice. Oops, sorry. And you can't learn by fearfully hiding in a corner. That's why curiosity is an inbuilt God-gifted trait. Curiosity makes you explore the world. We all have the tendency to find unknown things. We are always excited what might be hiding in the Bermuda Triangle, what are the secrets of Giza pyramids, where is Atlantis, etc. It is the curiosity that took us to the deepest part of the oceans and is taking us to the extremities of space. And it is inside everyone, though it might be in dormant condition like smog sleeping in the lonely mountains, but it is still there. You were born with this. No, I was born this way. Come on dude, who cares about what you think? So what went wrong? If we were indeed born with those, where did they disappear? Well, they were suppressed. Our brain starts learning right after its creation. It never stops. It's always learning and it always will until we stop breathing. This is because adapting itself to the surroundings is the trait that kept mankind alive for millions of years, and to adapt, you gotta learn. Anyway, the first 7 years are most crucial because in these 7 years the brain reaches its adult size. In this time, our mind builds a base, a foundation, a perception through which we see the world. Our beliefs, our attitude and behavior, our perspectives towards things, our actions and reactions are formed and are strengthened in the following years. Our first interaction is with the family. This is where we learn the language and some really good manners that makes us a good human being. Qualities like honesty, loyalty, caring, compassion, love. Everything reminds me of her. So we learn this good attitude and behavior, but hold on, here comes the dark side. Since our brain can't differentiate between what's good or what's bad, it takes all the signals fed to it. In other words, it learns everything it's exposed to. So we don't just learn the positive qualities but also the negative qualities of our family members. Are you very aggressive? Maybe your dad is very aggressive. You find yourself worrying a lot? Maybe your mom worries a lot. Many restrictions are put over our thinking and imagination. We are told to do the things in predetermined way. We are supposed to act in a certain manner. And when we imagine differently, we are corrected and told not to do like this, but this. We are told not to make mistakes and always do the things in perfect manner. And if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying something new. And if you're not trying something new, you're not learning. Simple as that. We get used to hearing, don't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that, it's not the right way. And whenever we try to do something new, we hear those words again in our heads. Some of you might even have more strict parents, but it doesn't mean that you run to them and start blaming them for this, because blaming is also a negative quality and they didn't do it willingly. They did it because they thought it's the right way, as they themselves were treated the same by their parents. But guys, this was not enough, so another angel fell from the heavens, the great education system. Yes, our beloved school, our great teachers that made us worse. Here you are taught so-called manners and disciplines, and these so-called manners and disciplines kills the remaining of your great characteristics. Don't ask silly questions, think before you speak. Teachers are always right. Don't question the system. Focus on your grades. Higher the grades, better you are. Doesn't matter if your answer is right, but you just didn't use my method, so it's wrong. Boom, creativity shut down. They just wanna convert us into best students. How sweet of them. We are told to act properly like a gentleman. We are told to think in a certain manner. We are told that apples are red and trees are green. We are told to kill our imagination because teachers are always right. We are told to think before asking questions, so to avoid asking silly questions, and when we do ask something different that is silly according to them, we are often called stupid or dumb in front of everybody. And that creates a deep doubt in us about ourselves. Next time when something pops up in your mind and our curiosity is exploding, the same doubt or fear creeps in and stops us. This is also where we are introduced to the negative comparison. You are compared with other children who are better than you in academics. They judge the monkey and fish by their ability to climb trees. Monkey wins and fish ends up thinking that it is dumb, not just in academics but in all spheres of life too. 100 by 100 for remembering, 0 for imagination. And since we spend usually 10 to 15 years in a school, it had a really huge impact on our mindset. Then there are our friends, the people we spend most of our time with. We play with them, we share our thoughts and ideas with them, they're near and dear to us. But again, it's a human tendency that we like to make friends with the people who are like us. Like attracts like. So it's not surprising to find an introvert hanging out with other introverts. Or should I say, hanging in. Extroverts hang out with other extroverts. We like people who share same thoughts and emotions like us, the people who can understand us better, the people who we can relate to, the people who can support us when we feel broken, people to whom we can share our thoughts and secrets that we can't share with our family. And like I said in the beginning, the brain is always learning to adapt according to our surroundings, and that includes the people around us. So to adapt, our brain is continuously changing our behavior and thinking pattern to match the people around us. And thus we learn good as well as bad behaviors of our friends. Hence goes the saying, if you surround yourself with 5 wise people, you'll be the 6th, and if you surround yourself with 5 fools, you'll be the 6th fool. And I bet you have heard this, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So if your friends are lazy, you will be no different. If they are cool and confident, you'll become like them too. If they have low self-esteem, yours is not getting any higher. And most probably you have normal friends, and by normal I mean worse. That also includes negative and toxic friends. But this still was not enough. So heaven sent their greatest and most powerful angel that came to be known among men as the Great Society. And it gifted us the mindset of what others will say. Right from the very beginning, we are taught to behave properly, especially in front of others. We have become more like a people pleaser. So much doubt was created inside us about ourselves that we always need a validation for our doings. We always consider people as judges. If it's right according to the people, then most probably it's right. That's the reason why we feel so bad when we are being criticized, and before doing anything, we always think about what others will think. In a group meeting or a seminar, a question pops up in your mind and then the battle begins. Is it right to ask such questions? Is this question stupid and will make others laugh? What will they think about me? And the question never comes out, rather your heart comes to your mouth. And in this way, under the influence of family, friends, school and society, you end up being a person you were not meant to be. The child that was born with some special qualities was crushed and caged in the shackles of self-doubts and was forgotten, leaving us thinking that we were not born good enough. But can we change this? Is it even possible to wake up the dragon? Spread a smile on your face, fella, because the answer is not yes, but fucking yes. And don't worry, you don't have to wait for a hobbit to steal something to wake up the dragon. Human brain is the most complex brain in all the species. The specialty of it is learning and adapting that kept mankind alive for millions of years. Because of this, we prevailed and became modern men. We left the barbarian lifestyle and settled forming civilizations. And the rest is history. The same ability of your brain that is responsible for your present condition is also gonna take you ahead in your improvement journey. Doesn't matter how old you are, your brain is always learning and it stops only when it's time to leave the world. As I mentioned earlier, the brain can't differentiate between what's good and what's bad. It learns from everything fed to it, so you need to put some extra attention to what you're feeding your brain. Is there any shortcut? Yes. Come closer. Alright, so this is a really strong phrase. It's in ancient Elven language. It means, you're stupid. Because there isn't any shortcut. You have been creating and feeding this mindset for so many years, right after your birth. The tree has grown and it will take time to cut it down and grow a new one. Of course, don't literally cut trees, they are the only one that cares about you. It's not a sprint, but a marathon. Or in my way, because I'm more into medieval stuff, I would say it's not a street fight, not even a single battle. It's a war. Feed your mind with positive inputs. And what actually are those positive inputs? For that, watch my other videos. Come on, it's not a single topic. There are some tricks or habits or whatever I use personally. I highly recommend you watch this video right here or right here in the cards. There I'll tell you few changes that you need to make in your surroundings that gives positive input. Remember, the child is still there, waiting to be found and be freed. Destiny awaits the warrior. Only you can decide how you're gonna live your life, and today you make an oath that nobody else decides it for you. You hold the reins and you decide your path. It is your life and you're in charge of it. That's it. One more sec please. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to get more signals like this. Hit the bell to get notified of positive signals whenever I send it from here. So take care and I'll see you on the next video.